I can't run real far. Let me break down what I just said. Each of my double D's has the volume of a toddler's head. Now prove maybe where it's at. But if you cut them open, they're just sacks of yellow fat. I got them heavy boobs, heavy boobs. It's like dying stars. I got them heavy boobs, heavy boobs. Don't need an airbag in my car. Here is a list of all of the objects that I can hold under my boobs. Stapler, 10 pencils, paperback copy of Arabian Nights, dog bone, remote control, hardback copy of Wuthering Heights. See, when a star is dying, it transforms into a red giant. And if the red giant does not have enough mass to fuse carbon, an inert mass of carbon and oxygen builds up in the center, transforming into a dense white dwarf. And yeah, like that's my boobs. That's what my boobs are like. Heavy boobs, dense like a white dwarf.
Best times. Those were definitely the best times. Like, without a doubt. I still remember all of them almost just like it was yesterday, too. Waking up extremely early in the morning. Even though it's something I wouldn't do now in my adult form. Waking up extremely early in the morning. Grabbing a nice, big-ass bowl of either Fruit Loops, Frosted Flakes, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Apple Jacks, whatever, and just plopping my little ass down in front of the TV and just going ham with either shows like Beyblade, Samurai Jack, Yu-Gi-Oh, Coconut Fred, Xiaolin Showdown, hands down the best series out there, and all that good shit. And I know definitely a majority of us, especially probably some introverts, maybe some extroverts as well, would literally beg and probably kill for to have those moments again, where you're just a child eating some cereal or eggs, breakfast, eggs, bacon, or sausage in front of the TV and just watching good old cartoons on a Saturday morning. Instead of having shit to do like responsibilities, like finding a job, working 9 to 5, putting food on your table to feed yourself, having medical insurance. But alas, we got to grow up and take responsibilities. Bah. Or the main show that I'm going to talk about today is from the Dragon Ball series. Or the Dragon Ball series. Dragon Ball, either that be Dragon Ball Z, GT, Super, whatever the fuck. I just decided to go ahead and talk on this series just a little bit to kind of formally introduce Dragon Ball series to my channel, even though I've already started uploading like little showcased fights from the game, from one of the games, Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3. That's one of 2 games that came in the collection of Dragon Ball Z HD collection. Budokai collection. Yeah. And I know it all started with the man Akira Toriyama, a dude that made himself known for his hit series Dragon Ball from Z, GT, Super, and even the original, and changing the history of manga. His works being highly influential and very popular among the community. His first big success was Dr. Slump right before Dragon Ball, and now this was especially surprising to me. Toriyama worked on games like Chrono Trigger, which was developed by Squaresoft, which was Square Enix's old name. And he also worked on other games called like Blue Dragon and the Dragon Quest series. But we're not here to talk about the video games that he helped create. We're here to talk mainly on his Dragon Ball series. Now, Dragon Ball started out as a manga that came out in 1984 and lasted all the way until 1995, about 11 years or so. And then it got an anime adaptation starting in 1986 of the original Dragon Ball half of the series, from 86 to 85. Then Z came right after Dragon Ball, starting in the later half of 1989 all the way until 96. And then GT, which of course was fan made by a popular creator. GT was a series that was written by Aya Matsui, directed by Osamu Kasai, led and animated by the studio of Toei Animation, a very popular company. And it was all based around Akira Toriyama's Dragon Ball manga. And the GT series lasted for only a year. Funny how when you were a kid it seemed like it lasted way longer than it should. But starting in 1996 through 97, it kind of pushed the series forward by going 10 years into the events of the Buu saga, or Majin Buu saga. And then Dragon Ball Super didn't come out a good almost a decade later, starting in 2015, and Dragon Ball Super is still going on to even to this day. Now, Dragon Ball Super is a series that I haven't watched it, but it definitely is on my list. I've heard a lot of different reviews. Some people hate it. Some people absolutely love it. Some people are just meh towards it. They don't really care about it. Not in a bad way or a good way, but just on like that in the middle side. But definitely, once I get me some time and actually sit down with Dragon Ball Super, I'll definitely watch it for myself, and I'll probably make some reviews on it as well. But the main thing that drove me towards like the Dragon Ball series so much is not from the anime or the manga, but definitely for the video games. The video games was definitely something that I've, like, one of the many aspects of my childhood that I absolutely enjoyed delving into. I know some of the games that I started on was Dragon Ball Z Budokai, which released in North America on December 3rd, 2002 on the first on the PlayStation, and then a year later on the GameCube, and then getting some HD remakes back in 2012 for the PS3 and the Xbox 360. Another game I played was Budokai 2, released in North America on December 4th, 2003 first on the PS2, and then a year later for the Nintendo GameCube in 2004. Budokai 3, and honestly, hands down, in my opinion, one of the best Dragon Ball Z games to have ever come out, of all that I played so far. Budokai 3 was released in North America on November 16th, a glorious day, an awesome day. November 16th, 2004, first on the PS2, which is just another reason why the PlayStation 2 is one of my favorite consoles ever. And then getting sharing the same disc with the first Budokai, getting a release just like Budokai in 2012, first in 2012 on both the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360. Another game I played was Budokai Tenkaichi. I was kind of sad when they almost directly changed the formula that they established in the Budokai series in Tenkaichi, because Tenkaichi was a series that I really couldn't get into, but that's for a whole other video at the moment. And Budokai Tenkaichi was released in October 18th, 2005 on the PlayStation 2. Then another game that I know got like a very bad reception because it was actually made by a different developer than what the Dragon Ball games were made for before, and there's also a kind of a beat 'em up game. And I'm guessing you big fans know what I'm talking about. Dragon Ball Z Sagas, which was released on March 22nd, 2005, released on the 6th generation of consoles, the PlayStation 2, Nintendo GameCube, and Microsoft's Xbox. And those are definitely all the games that I played, and I already got my hands on Budokai 1 and Budokai 3. Once I get my hands on Budokai 2, I would definitely showcase more of those games on my channel. I think I might just record some gameplay for sagas and like use that as I'm talking over like various commentaries or something like that. Because it definitely wasn't. That is like I'll beat that game. I beat it a few times, but it's definitely not a game that keeps me coming back, even like a few months down the line, just to, like play and just be bored and try to like pass the time and whatnot. And there are other games I have heard about. Only seen footage, like different content creators play through it and seen footage of it. That I do know about are Dragon Ball Z Burst Limit, which came out in June 10th, 2008 on the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360. Raging Blast, that came out in November 10th, 2009 on the again on the PS3 and the 360. And then definitely a game that I really want to try to find, which really surprised me what system it was released on, because the graphics looked like it was supposed to be like on a handheld game or something like that, with some of the pixels, if you actually just look up the game and watch it. And that is Dragon Ball Z Infinite World, which was released on December 4th, 2008 on the PS2. I'll definitely have to find that game and scoop it up, because I've seen like some different creators like Shadow Sand 1 playthrough on his channel, and then also Nate the Great played it on his channel, and it's like how the game looks. It looks like it took some of the tropes that was done in the Budokai series and decided to take it on that platform, not really adopting the name of it. The heck, yeah. Definitely. There's definitely gonna be a whole lot more Dragon Ball series content to come out on my channel, but I'm definitely not one to read manga by almost any means, unless I'm like on a plane or traveling out somewhere just to like pass time, whatnot. But yeah, I definitely want to rewatch the original Dragon Ball anime to refresh my mind on it, get back into it, and then like I've already rewatched the Cell Saga from Dragon Ball Z. I cannot remember what led me to do it, but I think I was trying to get like a refresher on what happened. Something got me curious, and I think I was just trying to get a refresher on what happened. So I sat down and powered through the Cell Saga from Dragon Ball Z. But yeah, not just the Cell Saga, but I want to rewatch Dragon Ball Z as well to try to refreshen up my like knowledge and information on it, like personal knowledge and whatnot, personal experience, I should say. But yeah, definitely GT as well. GT, I don't know. I'm not really with the hype bandwagon of hating on GT just for what it was. GT, in my opinion, definitely is good, and so far in my mind, better than Dragon Ball Super. I know I'm probably gonna get so much hate for that, but if I get opinions, whatever. GT was definitely a good series, but it's not like it was good when I was younger. But if I were to like rewatch it now, it would probably be a chore and a half to do. But yeah, overall, it's not bad. It's not extremely excellent, but it is a semi-okay and good, decent series to me. And then definitely watch Dragon Ball Super and get caught up on that as well. Especially hearing like a lot of the mixed reviews from people like Heavenly Controller, Foreign Everworld, Just Jay Sama, and a lot some of those people, like hearing their takes on it. I definitely want to watch Dragon Ball Super and get my own take on it as well. And then as for the video games, like I said, I got Budokai 1. Budokai 1 is definitely in the works as of right now. I'm just like I just started playing through that game and trying to get all the skills and different like unlockables in this game, just like within like the last month or so. But Budokai 3 I definitely been playing since I first got Dragon Ball Z Budokai HD Collection, and I've already been showcasing some fights from that game featuring Krillin, so far Krillin, Goku, and Trunks. Krillin being my one of my main characters in that game to main. Not really main in a sense, air quotes. Not really main in a sense, but like just to like casually play. And he's he's by far my favorite character to play in that game. Yeah, you'll definitely see more coming from Budokai 3 along with other videos coming on my channel. I do thank you guys greatly, whoever stopped in for however long this video would be, and listen on me just talk about the Dragon Ball series just for a tad bit. If you did, greatly enjoy, and if you just want to see more, or if you just want to discuss with me about anime, video games, whatever, you can comment down below and give me your take on Dragon Ball. But you can also follow my Twitter at smsdamiracle, smsdamiracle, and then you can tweet at me. You can follow me and tweet at me about just nerd culture and whatever. And if you want to see like different pictures or different just videos and stuff that I post online, you can also follow my Instagram, which is the same as my Twitter and YouTube, smsdamiracle. I do thank you guys. If you also enjoy, make sure to leave a make sure to hit that like button and leave a like for your dude putting this together. If you enjoyed greatly, please, or thank you greatly for taking the time out to watch me. This has been SMS to Miracle, and I am signing out. Deuces.